All right, so now we're going to talk about order of operations, specifically with negatives and exponents. Okay? So the order of operations, we've talked about it a little bit before. Parentheses. So we do everything inside the parentheses first, then deal out exponents, then multiply and divide left to right, and then add and subtract left to right. Okay, now that's hard to read, sorry. Okay, so let's figure out what this here is. Negative 3 squared. Now, you might think, oh, well, that's negative 3 times negative 3, which is 9. Well, that's not the case. This negative here is actually all by itself. It is not attached to that square. So really, this is a negative times 3, which ends up being a negative 9. Okay? This, however, is a little bit different. Those parentheses, now there's nothing to do inside these parentheses, the negative's in there, but those parentheses, everything inside the parentheses is attached to this outside exponent. So this is the same thing as negative 3 times negative 3. Well, a negative times negative is positive. 3 times 3 is positive 9. These are two very important distinctions. And when you are using your calculator, this is where probably 70% of all errors occur, and that is with parentheses. So it is super important that you be aware of parentheses and their effect on our problem. All right, let's deal with this with order of operations. First, we do whatever's inside parentheses. We don't have anything. So next we move to exponents. We deal out our exponents. Well, what's 2 squared? Well, that's 2 times 2, which is 4. And 3 squared, 3 times 3, 9. No multiplying or dividing to do. Add and subtract next. 4 plus 9, 13. Okay. Over here, notice this negative is outside of the parentheses. So this negative here is not attached to this 2. So we're going to do whatever inside the parentheses first. Okay? So we're not dealing with the exponent yet, we're dealing with the parentheses. So 3 times 2. So I've got my negative on the outside. 3 times 2 is 6. Okay. Now I deal out the exponents. So 6 squared is 36. That negative is still on the outside here, making this a negative 36 minus 5, which make that a negative 41. And remember, I can always do my little sign change here, make that negative 36 plus negative 5.